Welcome back. All right, so we're going to review the first game that was played today. I'm wearing my Cobra Kai No Mercy jersey because it feels like it's appropriate right now. It was Vasilevsky versus Ottinger. The Rave jerseys. I think Dallas was 0-1-1 this year wearing the Rave jerseys. Don't quote me on that. Somebody will quote me on it. But yeah, today that record improved. So Pavelski has a shot that's held, and then at 101. Sagan scores from Marchment and Heiskanen, buries a rebound in close. So it's 1-0 Dallas early. Stamkos nearly answers. Tampa Bay with some pressure. Robertson with a near miss. Lindell has a shot that's held. The shots are 4-1 Dallas 4 minutes into the game. Paul's denied and close. The Bolts look to tie it. Strong forechecking by Tampa Bay as well. Honestly, Tampa Bay played a half-decent game at points here. Things get pushed in a hole by Ottinger, and then Robertson scores from Pavelski at 6:28. Buries it short side. Vasilevsky's barely off the post. Just that little bit of room. Robertson finds it a goal scorer. Tampa Bay, 2 shots on net to this point. That was Dallas' 6th shot. So Tampa Bay just being outplayed. So that one's buried short side. And then at 7:39, Ben on a breakaway scores from Johnston and Hakanpää. So that's the 7th shot of the game. Goals on back-to-back shots. The Bolts call a timeout. I can't say that it necessarily worked for the whole game. It seemed to work for the first period, though. There's a near miss for Lindell. Kucherov's robbed on a breakaway. Stars have a 3-on-2 that's defended. Cirelli has a shot that's held as Tampa Bay presses. Power play's drawn by Tampa Bay. It's a 4-minute power play. Stamkos has a shot that's held. The Bolts cycle. Paul has a chance that's blocked. There's a failed clear by Dallas, and it feels like a lot of the time the power play goals can be off a failed clear. You just catch those penalty killers out of position, and Hedman scores the power play goal from Kucherov at 12:25. Game number 999 for Hedman today. I think I should do a video on his career at 1,000 games. I think that's a good idea. So, yeah, it's top shelf through a screen, and it is during the first 2 minutes, so that means Tampa Bay stays on the power play for the other 2 minutes. Short-handed chance for Foxes, save the Bolt cycle. Hedman has a shot that's held. The next chance for Hedman is tipped wide as the power play comes to an end. Heiskanen has a 3-on-1 chance. That's kicked aside. There's a press by the Bolts with 4 minutes left. With 3:14 left, Tampa Bay goes back to the power play. If their power play had been really good and scoring on the regular today, things could have been at least a little bit different. So they cycle, the Stars clear it out. Ben steals and clears. They kill that off. 1 shot for Tampa Bay on that power play. So after the first period, it's 3-1 for Dallas. Second period, Pavelski has an early chance that's held. Johnston fires one high on a net drive. Hagel has a rush chance that's held. Kucherov with a one-timer, that's turned aside. Tampa Bay dangerous, generating really good chances as well. However, at 3:42 on a top shelf chance from the slot, Marchment scores from Hakanpää and Lindell. So Hakanpää's started getting points now. Lindell with a couple of helpers, and it's 4-1. So there's a Paul backhand that's held as the Bolts are looking to answer. Johnston then has a rush chance that's saved. Steele has a net feed that's blocked. The Stars press. Stamkos is denied. Ottinger holds on there. Near miss for Hintz as the Stars get some pressure. There's more pressure by Dallas at 8.5 minutes. They're leading in shots 7-5, 9 minutes in. There's a near miss for Point on the doorstep. More chances lead to a power play for Dallas. There's an early clear by Hagel. Johnston has a shot that's blocked. Harley's is held. And then off the face-off win, Pavelski tips one, 5-hole. Scores from Harley at 12:23. So suddenly it's a lot to 1. Stars look for another, and they end up going back to the power play, and they score on this one as well. They had 2 power plays today, perfect on it. At 14:23, so exactly 2 minutes later, Robertson with his second goal of the game. He's the only Dallas Star with more than 1 goal today. Ben and Hintz with the assists. And he buries after the initial shot had hit the post. So again, it's, the shot hits the post, a little bit of chaos, and you bury it. Bolts press to respond. They end up drawing a power play with 2:21 left. It goes without saying that they needed 4 goals on this power play. Stars clear early. I don't know how power plays work. How should I? Kucherov has a shot that deflects wide. There's a near miss for Stamkos. It's cleared again. It's killed off without a shot. So really good kill by Dallas. Their penalty kill, not as good as it was at the start of the year where it was pretty darn near perfect, but still pretty good. So Vasi's night ends at the end of the second period. So Johansson comes in the third. which has to be somewhat frustrating for Tampa because Johansson's been played a lot. I would say he's been overplayed. And even though it's just to back cleanup in the third period, well, anyways, the Bolts press at 3 minutes in the third period. Hagel has a chance, it's held, which leads to some head shaking. So Hagel kind of frustrated. I don't think he was the only Bolts player frustrated, just the one with the head shaking I've got put on the board. Shots are 5-0 Tampa 5 minutes in. So Tampa playing really well and generally getting some really good chances, just couldn't get the goals. Radish has a net drive, that's held. Good chance leads to a power play for Tampa Bay. They're 5th already. Kucherov fires one high, they cycle. Barré-Boulet has a shot that's held as that comes to an end. Good forechecking by Tampa Bay draws another power play. Early clear, the Bolt cycle. Kucherov has a chance, that's held. It's killed off. It does generate 3 shots, so there's more opportunities for Tampa there. But Harley puts one under the glove of Johansson as the Dallas Stars are pressing. He scores from Pavelski and Suter. That's at 13:27. That was the 4th shot that Johansson had faced. So, again, I'm not going to put this just on the goaltending. I know there's going to be a lot of talk about the goaltending after this one, but it's not just goaltending. So Steele would score then from Fox at 14:26. So that's a little under a minute later. It's 8-1. Duchesne then has a net drive. That's kicked aside. Dallas holds on. I'll say holds on. 8-1 win. So there's the No Mercy magnet, the No Mercy jersey as well. 14-5-3 record for Dallas, and for Tampa, what a rough week for them. They're now 10-10-5. So the turnaround has not occurred for Tampa Bay. If anything, right now, I think they're in more trouble than they were, say, a week ago. Shots on net, 11-10 Dallas in the first, 14-10 Dallas in the second, and in the third, 13-9 for Tampa Bay. Final shots are 34-33 for Dallas. Power plays tell you the story. Dallas was 1 for 6, Tampa Bay 2 for 2. Or Dallas was 2 for 2, Tampa Bay 1 for 6. Got that backwards, caught myself. I apologize. Hits 29-9 for Tampa Bay in this game because Dallas had the puck most of the time, and why throw hits when you can score goals? Vasilevsky saves 19 out of 25. I do wonder if Vasilevsky's 100%. I will state that out loud. I don't know that Vasilevsky's 100%. Johansson, 7 saves on 9 shots. Maybe Vasilevsky needed some time in the AHL before being brought up. If so, or if he ends up going back on the injured list, there'll be a lot of questions asked. Ottinger, really good. So Ottinger got lit up by Calgary a couple games back. Since then, he's been good and makes 32 saves on 33 shots here. So for Dallas, the 14-5-3 record, they're now tied with Colorado atop the division. Colorado's playing later today. And for Tampa Bay, I believe they're still the number 2 wild card, but for how long? And if you're a Tampa Bay fan, where do you place the blame for today's game? Or is it just, it's a wash and you let it go? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. And there's 12 more games to come today. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.